Yo. A supply drop somewhere. I'll try as fuck. There's a supply drop that way. People land fatal. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure though, because this used to be. Yeah, people land fatal. Huh? No, don't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, alright. Can you carry mini? Okay, carry bandages. Alright, take my skin. I'm gonna take the mini. How much mats do you have? Get some more mats. Or you're gonna get out belt. I want this 600 wood. Yeah, but you ain't gonna get high ground on that much mats, are you, Toby? You need like over 600 mats. There's a supply drop outside the circle. May go for it. People garden. People where? People where? Got him, he's like one tap. I can't do it, I'm getting sprayed from every angle, like usual. But they're both bad. They're actual bots. Where's my phone gone? Oh, okay, it's not a bed out, it's all messy and I don't like it. It's 11:25. Are you seeing your mum today? Toby. It's Mother's Day today. It's Mother's Day. Sunday. Alright.
2 tiers away from nah. Oh my.
Sorry, I'm plugging my car now. Da.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Is the specimen ready for cleaning?
What do you like?
So, how long is this gonna take? You can't rush art.
like right round here somewhere. There. Do I? Well, I need one to try that in. Huh? Run to me. I can't help. Run to me faster. Should pickaxe him. That bitch. That's new. Yeah.
He's for display only. You handle him too much, he's not gonna last.
It's amazing. You're a genius. He's just like new.
Welcome to the Betfair Exchange. A different way of betting.
When I was a kid, I started working on this video. Now it all makes sense. Farms can be nice places, but they can also be isolated, dark, old, mysterious. The perfect place for creepy things to go down. I found some stories that will definitely show you exactly what I'm talking about. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary farm stories. Starting off at number 10 now, we have the Hinterkaifeck murders. On April 4th, 1922, a search party went out to investigate the Hinterkaifeck farm in Germany. The neighbours of the farm had not heard from the family who lived there in quite a while, and the children hadn't showed up for school. What they found horrified them. In the barn, they found 4 ravaged bodies covered with hay. Inside, they found the bodies of 2-year-old Joseph and the family's maid. The maid was actually new to her position there. She had replaced the last maid who left because she firmly believed that the house and the farm was haunted. The autopsies revealed even more horrors. The mother showed signs of strangulation and had 7 blows to her head. The husband was caked with blood and his cheekbones were sticking out through shredded flesh. Their widowed daughter, Victoria, had her skull smashed in and her head had 9 star-shaped wounds from a blunt object. Victoria's 7-year-old daughter seemed to have remained alive for several hours after her attack and had ripped her own hair out for some reason. Victoria's 2-year-old son had been killed with a heavy blow to his face, while the maid had died from a blunt force. Here's the creepiest part. The farm animals all around the house were all tied up but unharmed. Not only that, they had been looked after between the time of the murders and the discovery of the bodies. That means whatever or whoever killed the family actually lived at the farm with the bodies there for at least a few days, looking after the animals. To this day, the murders remain unsolved. The full story has many more grisly details to this almost century-year-old murder mystery. Next up at number 9 now, we have the creepy farm. I found this story on yourghoststories.com, and as soon as I saw the title, I knew it was right for this video.
No, it is.
By Angelus Cruddas, who said, I've been reading stories on this site for months now and love the hair-raising creepiness of them all. I moved in with my husband 4 years ago. He lives, and now I do too, on a 100-acre farm in West Quebec, Canada. The house is small and used to be a hunting shanty, then added on to make a lat and plaster house. It's over 150 years old and has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs, complete with slanting ceilings. My husband bought the place off the guy whose family has lived there since it was settled back in the day. The man's father was a drunk, and when we were cleaning up the place, we found hundreds of liquor bottles hidden all over the outside buildings. The first creepy thing that happened was the knock at the door. It was a clear knock 3 times. My dog even barked, but when I went to the door, no one was there. We are the only house on our street, and our nearest neighbour is a mile away at least. It isn't like it was kids playing a prank on us. My husband and I didn't say much about it. We don't like to call attention to whoever it is that lives in the house with us because we feel like if we leave it in peace, it will do the same for us. The next thing happened when we were cleaning the drunken old man's tools up in the barn. There was a huge saw blade about 4 feet across used on old tractors. There was a 9-inch nail in the wall and the saw blade was hanging on it through the holes in the middle. My husband was under it cleaning up some dirt when it fell off that nail and hit him on his hand. He was wearing leather gloves and so was unharmed, if not unnerved. The nail was so long someone would physically have to move it away from the wall for it to fall like it did. Then, just the other week, I was doing the dishes and reached to the cupboard to put a plate away when the cupboard opened on its own for me. It was so weird, like someone wanted to help me with the dishes. I didn't say anything about it to my husband as it freaked me out. But 3 minutes later, he saw someone walk by our window. Of course, when we went outside, no one was there. It was very strange. Then, a couple of days later, the lights flickered on and off. They did this several times, but when my husband went out to the breaker box, nothing was wrong. He even went through each switch and turned them off, then back on to make sure. When he got back inside, the lights flickered again. It was only the light on one side of my house. The whole thing is very strange. Moving on to number 8 now, we have voices. This one came from Ori15 on Reddit, and it's a little reminder that it's not just houses and castles that can be haunted. He said, a couple with a ranch let me volunteer for a summer. I just wanted to learn how to care for horses and play cowboy. Well, they called me out and asked if I would do the evening feed for their animals while they went to visit their family in a town that was about an hour away. I said yes and got started. So I was alone with a bunch of horses and dogs. All of the horses were pinned up. I had not even let them into the pasture yet. The sun was still up. It was the opposite of a creepy time. Well, it took a left turn to Crazy Town when I walked into the barn and I heard people started talking.
Oh, people are here.
I was all alone. Nobody
Your pistols.
in any direction and almost nowhere anyone could sneak in to mess with me. The voices were very low and unclear, so I had no idea what was said. The only reason I know I'm not crazy is that the dogs that followed me in acted like they heard it too. One started barking at where the voices came from, and the other started running.
Oh, you can't shoot them? You can't shoot them. You can't shoot them for his walls?
That title might give away the main theme of the story, but they got me all very often in life, so I just got there.
Oh,
The slogan said, I grew up in a large suburb outside
how
of
low is he?
Houston. It was during the early 90s when a lot of farmland settled by the original German immigrants was being brought up by developers and turned into new homes. My family lived at the very end of our subdivision, and past my house was a great expanse of farmland flanked by thick woods and old decaying wooden shacks from the 1800s. Every day on my walk home from school, I would pass by a particularly overgrown old shack, which I guess must have at some point been our house, which leaned like it would fall over at any minute on its tired old foundation. And just beyond it was a long row of fences. It was my daily commute to and from elementary school, and I'd walk by it, pick up interesting rocks and things, and I never really thought much of it. There was always construction while the subdivision was expanding, so they had dug long trenches for what I suppose was for a sewer and erected electrical lines through the farmland. Beyond the fence was a small lake, which I had often snuck in to explore and catch frogs. But after an encounter with a water moccasin, which is a species of pit viper, I decided to stay clear of it. The farm had cows which would meander through the meadow and one large black horse. A storm had rolled in during the previous night, and I remember that the clouds were so thick and black that it felt like night when I had arrived at school. It didn't take long before the storm was in full force and the power had gone out at school. Our teacher decided to have us all sit together on the floor and read to us for the rest of the day, which was fine by me. The storm had passed, but the darkness lingered on when I got out of school. I walked down the now muddy path in the strange darkness, past the crooked house and beside the aging fence, each step becoming more and more difficult as the mud collected on my shoes. That's when I heard a thrashing. The cows weren't there, but I remember clearly that old black horse. I remember thinking that it was sick or injured or something. Its black coat was slick and steam was rising off its body in the cold air. It was kicking its back legs wildly and violently slamming its face into the muck. It had a weird look to it, not like it was panicking, but like it was calm, and it didn't look like it was out of breath. Again, it slammed its head into the mud and kicked out its legs, then shook its head from side to side furiously. I stopped to watch it. Looking back, I wish I had just kept walking. I remember that after a minute or two, it stopped and looked up at me, the grime sliding off its face. It must have been in a matter of seconds because I had no time to react, and the horse had charged towards me. It didn't jump over the fence, but instead lowered its massive head and tore through the gap between the fence boards. The wood cracked and splintered as its muscled body strained and its long neck extended through the gap. The horse savagely lashed out and started snapping at me. With its entire body covered in huge, swollen muscles, it would recoil and then slam all of its weight back into the fence, attempting to break the boards. It did that again and again. Its enormous broad teeth came inches from me, and I fell out of my shoes backwards, leaving them stuck in the mud. It's a miracle that the fence was holding it back. I could see it clearly now. The horse was burned badly. The skin around its mouth had been seared off, and tendrils of pink, bloody skin snaked its way over its face like a spider web. The absence of skin made its teeth seem even larger, its black gums exposed, and its mouth frothing with spit that I could feel hitting me in the face. At that moment, I was absolutely terrified that this horse would kill me. I remember wanting to get up, but the thick mud had me trapped. I also remember the smell. It was like sulfur, a mixture of wet animal, burned meat and singed hair. But what has stuck with me the most were its eyes. They were cloudy like black ink poured into milk. As it struggled to reach me through the fence, its nostrils flared, and I could feel the heat of its breath on me, its teeth snapping shut over and over. The clacking noise of the heavy teeth slamming together was deafening. I left my shoes and ran home. I remember my mother screaming at me about the mud when I stormed in. I told her about the horse that had nearly killed me, and I had left my shoes there in the mud. She grabbed me by the arm and was going to make me take her back there to get them, but I cried and screamed not to go, so she went alone. When she got back, she had my muddy old sneakers in her hands, and she told me that she saw the horse. It was dead. A farmhand was dragging its body behind a tractor.
Someone's
He told
here.
my mom that the horse had died earlier that day. One of the power lines that had been installed running through the meadow was knocked over during the storm, and the horse must have been near the lake because it had been electrocuted and killed. He said that it had died instantly beside that lake when the power went out hours ago. Next up at number 6 now, we have the 7th barn. The story goes that there was once a wealthy farmer who owned a lot of land in Ohio.
Can I help? Yeah, people here. Bitch. Oh, are you mad? I'm gonna fuck him up with the ball. Oh, I choked so bad. Did you rush his teammate? How did you not rush his teammate? Fucking hell, how bad must you be, Toby? Where have you go now?
He built a new barn on his property every time his wife had a baby. He named the barns after each of his children, and by the time this story takes place, they had 6 kids and were expecting number 7. However, the farmer's wife died in childbirth, and so did her unborn baby. The farmer went insane with grief and couldn't tend to his farm. The family had no money, and the farm started going under. Then, on one night, in the depths of his madness and despair, the farmer took an axe and led his children out to the barns, where he murdered them one by one. He buried each of their bodies in the 6 barns that had been named after their births. Then, the farmer went to the 7th barn, where he hung himself. As the story goes, all of the barns were eventually torn down and the land was sold off, all except for the 7th barn. Nobody wanted to buy the land because of what happened there, so it was abandoned and soon fell into disrepair. They say if you go into that barn at night, you can see the ghost of the farmer hanging from the rafters, his body swinging back and forth in the wind, dwelling on his terrible crime for all eternity. No one was ever really sure where the 7th barn was located, although it's definitely in Ohio. Some say it was the Kranz farm in the Cuyahoga Valley, and others say it was the top of the world in Northampton. In 1997, a local Ohio teacher claimed that, after a lot of research, he had finally managed to track down the real location of the infamous 7th barn. He said that none of the barns had actually ever been torn down. The land had just been divided up and sold off, and the barns had simply been incorporated into neighboring farms. Moving on to number 5 now, we have The Figure. This one was submitted to ghostsandghouls.com by one of their readers. They said, I live in South Africa, and this is where my story takes place. Me and a friend of mine, whose name is Beren, were traveling through the countryside on our way to a small town called Delaryville. We were used to small towns and country areas as we grew up there. However, I had never experienced anything like this. As we were driving, bad luck struck us like a hot iron.
Betfair has the best odds on the Premier League, which means that I win bigger.
And both tyres on the left side went flat. This car was a piece of junk. We were soon on the side of the road at 2 a.m. with only the full moon to light the area around us. There was no civilization nearby, only local farmhouses far away. So I decided to leave Beren with the car and walk on to find any entrance to a local farm. I walked for about 2/3 of a mile and at last found a gate.
Okay, follow me, I'll get you about, sir.
Easily be scaled.
Okay, now.
With a chain, but I still climbed over in desperation. I could see the houses light in the distance, so I walked along a gravel road towards it. As I kept walking towards the house, I heard a very loud boom. At first I thought it was cannon fire, but it couldn't be, as there are no
I'd land there then and find out.
I decided to move on. Now, the skeptic would obviously have an explanation. Now, I'm not saying it was cannon fire, or it could have been something else, but it pretty much sounded like an old-type cannon. What could make a sound like that at 2 in the morning? Anyway, I continued. Now the countryside was a wide-open landscape. There were only fields of grass for miles and miles with little quantities of trees. So about 20 meters from the side of the gravel road, there stood a big tree. As I said, it was around 2 a.m. and only the moonlight was shining, but something stood underneath that tree. A dark figure was just standing there, facing me. It looked like a human figure, so I was immediately struck with fear. I thought there must be some explanation for whatever was standing there, so I kept walking. When I looked behind me again, it was gone. How could something that big disappear so fast? I immediately turned around and ran away, back towards the main road. I told Beren, but he never believed me. Later on, I found out there were skirmishes between the local farmers and the British Army in the Anglo-Boer War in that area. Next to number 4 now, we have the Baldoon mystery. This is a legendary story that came from a farm near the town of Wallaceburg, Ontario, Canada. In the 1830s, a man called John MacDonald bought a prized piece of land. Many people tried to buy it off him, led by an old woman, but John would always refuse. One day, some of the women in the MacDonald family were talking and working in the barn when suddenly a pole fell from the ceiling. They slid down to a freak accident, repaired it, and thought nothing more. Sometime later, though, a second pole came crashing to the floor, this time quite close to them. They couldn't figure out what was going on. Not long after, a third pole almost crushed them. Scared for their lives now, they ran out of the barn and into the house. This was the start of the incidents that plagued the MacDonald family. The family heard screams in their kitchen at night. Bullets and stones were thrown from the windows until every pane was broken. A visitor was hit by a stone in the kitchen. He threw it in the nearby river. 5 minutes later, the same stone landed in the kitchen again. There were fires too, starting all over the house, sometimes even on the roof. A psychic told them that they had to shoot the wing of a strange goose that was near their home with a silver bullet. John MacDonald did that, and then a while later, he saw the old woman who wanted to buy his land. She was sitting on the porch with a broken arm in a sling. From that day on, the mysterious happenings came to an end. Moving on to number 3 now, we have Creepy Farm 2. You guys remember that story earlier that I simply called Creepy Farm? Well, I found a sequel to it, shared by the same person, Angelus Cruddas. They said, it's been almost a year since I shared the story on here, and for a couple of months after I wrote it, our house was fairly quiet. Not so now. To give you a general layout of the house, we have an old front door which has been glued shut for many decades now, with a small stairs outside of it that are falling apart and have a big pine tree growing through them. Beside this glued shut door is our front window. Our house sits maybe 10 feet from the gravel road in the front. On the left-hand side of the house is our driveway, with a deck and side door towards the back of the house. We use this as our main front door. Once inside the door, there is a small porch with another door that leads into the house proper. The house is very small, with one large living room that is our kitchen, and also a living room and stairs leading off of the living room, and 2 small bedrooms in the back, complete with sloping ceilings.
I don't mean to shoot, I meant to impulse.
Had a bit of activity. In my first story, I related how my husband saw someone walk by this house. Well, this has now become an almost weekly occurrence. I have seen it also. It looks like a short person wearing
people here?
blouse casually walking by that window. This has so far only happened during the day. Then last week, my husband and I were watching TV on the couch in front and sort of to the side.
So it's before then.
Started hearing muffled conversation coming from the window. Our house is the only one on this rather long gravel road, and our nearest neighbour is about a mile away. It was very strange, so I muted the TV, and we could hear distinctly 2 men talking to each other out there. As we listened, the conversation turned into an argument with both men raising their voices. It was muffled, and we couldn't really make out words, but it was clearly happening. I was too scared to go outside and check, but I did go to the window. I could only see the nighttime sky with the new moon out there. The catalyst for me actually sharing this story happened 4 days ago on Saturday night. Our bedroom runs the length of the house upstairs, and because of the slant in the ceiling, we have our mattresses on the floor with a chest of drawers at the foot of our bed, separating our room in 2 with a door just beside this chest. Anyway, we had just gone to bed, and I was reading for a few minutes at the back, when all of a sudden, both my husband and I saw a shadow of a large man.
He's one tap, he's one tap. Toby! What did you push forward? Fuck's sake, now I have to kill myself. Because you tried to go forward. You can't, because it's not on party assist, and you can't do that challenge. Oh my god.
Where the thing outside the window is shorter. Anyways, thanks for reading about our recent experiences. Next to number 2 now, we have the blue body.
I can't do a challenge for you.
User Sinead Smith, and definitely left me with more questions than answers. They said, okay, so when I was 11 years old, my house burned down at Christmas. While we were rebuilding that house, my family rented out a farmhouse around 10 minutes away. This farm had about 40 acres, 10 of which was a grassy field, and the rest of the 40 acres were forest. Our landlord told us that the forest used to be a paintball field, but he had to stop because dumb kids were shooting his cows. Anyway, I was about 12 and my best friend came over. We were just messing around in the barn and decided to walk out and explore the forest. It took us a long time to get across the field, and we had to get through some prickles and barbed wire fence until we could actually walk through the forest. We walked away a while before we found anything actually interesting. We found some old little shacks covered in spray paint and moss. Most were filled with beer cans and random pieces of clothing. We found some very strange things there. Anyway, we were walking and climbing around all these things, and all was going well when I heard my friend scream. It wasn't one of those joking, I'm gonna spook you screams either. I shut up and ran over to her, and I looked towards what she was looking at, and there it was, kind of hard to see, but tied up to a tree maybe 10 meters away was a mangled blue body. We didn't stay to investigate. We both booked it as fast as we could back to the house. We didn't even care about the prickles. We got sliced up pretty bad. When we got to the house, panting and sweating, we both started crying uncontrollably and told my mom everything. She called the police and they arrived shortly. They went out to investigate and an officer came back to tell us that it was just a rotting mannequin tied up. But they did find 7 dead bodies where the old road had washed out in previous months. He thanked us and that was the end of that. And finally, number 1 now, we have the rocking chair. We're finishing now on a story from Reddit user Lover. Great name. It's a scary story that spans 2 generations. They said, my grandma's is a very stereotypical horror movie house. Small Midwest town, white and old-looking home on a farm. She even has a chipped wooden Mother Mary nativity in the front yard. The worst is she has a cemetery about a half a mile down the road. Anyways, I used to sleep in the room in the corner of the top floor, and it had a wooden rocking chair in it. When I was younger, I would wake up because I thought I heard it rocking, to the point where I would wake up my grandma and I had to stay in her room. Well, about 10 years later, my mom, aunt, and I, during Thanksgiving, were talking about how creepy grandma's house was. My aunt goes on to talk about how, when she was younger, the reason my mom and her ended up sharing a room was because she thought her room was haunted. She said she woke up one morning and the rocking chair was about 2 feet closer to her bed, and after that night, it would start rocking on a nightly basis around midnight. Well, there we go.
Remember markers? Oh.
I think it was well worth
Up
it.
there.
Let me know if you've ever had any creepy farm experiences. Perhaps we can do a part 2.
So right in the corner. Oh, Toby. Oh, it's here.
We'll see you all in the next video.
If it's not there, it's here on me. Come on, Toby. Is it here? Alright. No, there's more to do. Okay, we need some guns and we can go some more.
Welcome to the Betfair Exchange.
Huh?
A different way of betting. For goods
Yeah.
switched into back. My smart say
Okay, follow me, read some more.
there's a different way to bet. Where I go
I never,
like the bookie.
I haven't got none. I've got, take that.
I could win bigger. Find me on the Betfair Exchange. Betfair. My gut instinct means smart.
There's an AR there as well. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the other one upstairs now. Okay. Is there a battle star? No. Nice. Alright, so now we only do we only do 3 more weeks now. Change it. No, you can change it over. Go onto it and press replace challenge. No, you gotta do it in lobby. So circle. So now there's 3 more weeks you can do, yeah? But you only get ban icons, you don't get 3 tiers, you get ban icons. So, and plus, if you want, Toby, you know the road trip skin, yeah, you get? So we have to do challenges, get battle stars for it, and the ban icons. So the only way you can get the road trip if you get all ban icons and all the battle stars. So you have to get some banner. It's a random skin you get at the end of 7 weeks. So we need another 2 weeks and we get a skin. But the only way you can get the skin if you do challenges, and you have to get the battle stars for it as well, and the banner icons. So after it, we're going for banner icons as well. So you completed No, because it's after 7 weeks, Toby, of doing challenges. We're in our 5th week now. Another 2 weeks and it comes out. We don't know what it is yet. So we're in another 2 weeks and it comes out. But you gotta get all the ban icons first to get it. So let's get you all the ban icons. Come here, Zimmerman. On your cell phone. Whoa, what's that about, Toby? Toby, mate, you got on the box. Toby, I got you a mini. So do I go tack. Don't do that, Toby. With mini. Take this and do then, Toby. Alright. Jungle Loot Lake. Toby, attack it, Toby. Come here, one attack. People down there. Get attack, Toby, get attack. Oh. Toby, come on, Toby, sit there, Toby. Okay, come here. And take some of those. Let's rush. Well, why is he? Had them. I ain't got nothing for AR really. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, it didn't cancel by accident. Oh, we got far to go. Don't take my AR, that's my thing, and don't RPG. Alright, let's go circle. Take those, Toby, take them. Toby, don't use it, mate. Yeah, I know, but it's storm though. Just get the balloons and go, Toby. You're faster than Storm, by the way. Well, you should be. Use one balloon, Toby. Don't use two, you go too slow, too. How much AR ammo do you have? Yeah, I need something like that. And how much sniper bullets do you have? Just run, Toby. If you need another medkit, use another medkit, but just go. Go, 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 go. How many balloons do you have? Alright. What, like, popped it? I'll just go. Just heal up and just carry on. How many medkits do you have left? Oh, it's alright, you got this. If you need to heal up, use medkit. 20 HP is the lowest you can go, then you can use medkit. Alright? Oh yeah, fuck, yes. Come on, you got this. Easy, come on. Oh no. I don't know, like... There's people right here. Well, I've got no AR ammo. Can't quickly tell because there's people here. Just come here and just heal up. Just heal, Toby. Come here, heal. Heal, I've got this, I build. Yeah, I will. Fly. Bitch. Hit, go on, go, rush, 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 rush. Go, rush, 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 rush. Come. I need AR bad. I honestly have no AR ammo. Oh, come here, Toby. Toby, take those, Toby. Oh, I'm not sniper bullets. Come on, sniper. Right, when we get a circle, I can give you some. Fucking get out of my game! Oh, 51. Oh, take the minis, Toby, take the minis. There's 6 minis there. Yes, brother. Two. Oh. No. Fucking get out of my game, my shit! I am too lethal for a fucking sniper, bruv. Toby, run to me, Toby, quickly. I need to heal. How much mats do you have? Have some. Alright, okay. I thought you were the one who redeployed. To me, I'm sorry. I thought you was redeployed. That's why I shot it down. Let's heal up. And I'm gonna snipe him up mid there. I am lethal with sniper today. I don't know why. Oh, I got some mats. Got some mats. I got no mats. I got nothing. Nice. Take bandage to me. There's bandage there. I'll take that. Quick. I'll take rockets. Hey, you're max now. Where are you? Oh, a guy over here. He's collecting mats. Guy from earlier. Nice. Oh, what the fuck? Where is it? Oh. Yeah, of course. I want to have sniper there. Oh, cozy campfire. Oh, that's a trap. Whoa. Oh, res me quickly. Fucking hell. That's lethal, bruv. Oh, stay in here. How much bandages do you have? Can I have one and you have two? Fucking hell, that trap's lethal, isn't it, bruv? Oh fuck. Do you want to hear rockets? Pick it up, try it. Right. What are we doing, Toby? We need to go circle, mate. Right, let's go. How much mats do you got? Any spare mats? Run out of mats again. Let's go. Nice. Guys right here. Wait, launch padded. Oh, Toby, come down here, Toby. Use big shield. Where? Is the big shield there? Oh no, I thought there was a big shield somewhere. You land over here. Yes. Where from? Oh. Did they fall? Oh, I'm dead. HP. Oh, didn't you catch up quick? I know, but you can fuck us up though. Oh, Toby, when we get us up, Toby, I've got minis. He's right here. I died full damage. I actually died full damage. He got 1 kill, how sad. GG. Bye, Tibbs. On you going? You're going out. There you are. I'll take it out. Oh, GG. Haven't got it now. So. No. Huh? Got it. No. No. Don't kill with towers. Bet anyone land in there. I got a new pistol and a pump shotgun. Oh, Mr. Musnoosen. Hold on. No, I'm coming. Do a mini. What pump is it? That's what I've got. They're right there. Oh, the third party? Fucking hell. Bye. Layla bitch. Aren't you back, Toby? When are you be back? Alright. To the bit.
The fuck do you know about this? Son of a bitch.
What's
My
that?
little brother. He wasn't planning on taking the body from us, was he, boys?
You get away, man. We found him. We got dibs.
We better start running, Eyeball. They got dibs.
We earned him, man. You guys came in a car. That's not fair. He's ours.
That's not fair. He's ours. Well, not anymore.
There's 4 of us, Eyeball. You just make your move.
Oh, we will, don't you worry. Fern, you little son of a whore. You was under the porch.
No, I swear. It wasn't me.
Little keyhole peeping bum wife. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. You guys have 2 choices. You either leave quietly, we take the body. Or you stay, we beat the shit out of you. We take the body. Besides, me and Billy found him first.
Yeah, Vern told us how you found him.
Oh, Billy, I wish we never boozed that car. Oh, Billy, I think I just turned my Fruit Looms into a fudge factory.
That's it. Your ass is grass. Hold it. Okay, Chambers, you little faggot. This is your last chance. What do you say, kid?
Why don't you go home and fuck your mother some more?
You're dead.
Chris, it's split.
They're not taking
Come on,
him.
man, this is crazy.
They're not taking him.
He's got a knife.
Please, come on, man.
You're gonna have to kill me, Ace.
No problem.
They're not taking him. Nobody's taking him.
Come on, kid, just give me the gun before you take your foot off. You ain't got the sack to shoot a woodchuck.
Don't move, Ace. I'll kill you, I swear to God.
Come on, LaChance, give me the gun. You must have at least some of your brother's good sense.
Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood.
What are you gonna do, shoot us all?
No, Ace. Just you.
get you for this.
Maybe you will and maybe you won't.
Oh, we will. We're not gonna forget this if that's what you're thinking. This is big time, baby.